until we give you what you need. Call everyone a pressure till they're on their knees. Impeach free speech, better dye your hair pink. TV, phone screen, it's better if you don't think. Debt to universities, segregate diversity. Give yourself a ribbon every time you face adversity. Find another problem, tell yourself you're not alone. Tell everyone is straight that they're all transphobes. Defund police, no guns, oh please. Fight for your right to start a war until there's no peace. Take it down, tear it up, it's in the name of progress. Make the rule you never lose till everything is lawless. Tell me what they're thinking, how to feel and where to go. Cause everyone's a fascist still, they're all controlled. Find your path in life but make a socio a psycho. Nonsense, wokeness, you're gonna lose your mind though. Bigotry, insanity, an ally or an enemy. There's too much masculinity, so we're goodbye to family. Represent the 1% who want to overthrow, till everybody lives in an autonomous zone. Act tough, steal stuff, smash another window. Loot store, get more, grab another brick, throw. She, her, he, him, they, them, they, them. Women are the men now, and the men are now the women. Make yourself a slave until you feel like you are free. Dig yourself a grave for the American dream.
When we try this line, we walk for one reason. The reason is to try to help another man to think for himself. The music of our art is roots music. Music which recalls history. Because without the knowledge of the history, it cannot be turned in your Roots music for everybody. I like to sing it. Oh, good morning. Smile. Body.
We actually gotta get this show going. What's going on? It's 7/23/2023, I think. Almost the 24th. Wow. We're all still here, people making through some serious things that happen in front of your screen, and y'all gotta try to come together and surpass through everything that we've been up against on this planet, yo. You gotta think more intergalactically than just locally and globally. Okay, I'm not trying to be an a-hole, but thanks for joining in. If you are here to hear Mr. Cox be an a-hole, it's gonna go down like that a little bit tonight, so just a warning. We are armed with another character. If it gets too hot, I can go into my safe space.
Mr. Cox, you need to put your clothes, sign up, roll up the carpets. You're done. All right, that's a little too loud. We're getting her dialed in just in case we need to go to the range, boys. It's there. Everybody, hold on to your trailers.
I know it's messed up footage. Who actually set this show up? You guys are setting me up. Whoever's in production, seriously, guys, why do you guys got to do this to me and make me look like the bad guy? It's mean, it is. It's not good. So, hey, you might as well be prepared. All right? And I'm not here to tell you who to believe and who not to believe and who the characters are and who the personalities are to listen to. Okay, I don't think ever once anybody has ever heard me say, hey, yeah, make sure you go check out AJ's, Alec Jones, their podcast today was pretty good. Not once, man. I did say, hey, Dave Makin had a good spot on the InfoWars there, right? Kind of, back in the earlier days. Still was after, 2010 when that started up, 2011. See, I'm sidetracked. Here we go. Oh, man, I'm already getting the producers. Shut up, Cox, and get on with the show. You're running out of clip. All right, thanks for joining in. I know I'm a loudmouth sometimes, and we're going to get loud and stupid tonight. Thanks for joining in. Put a couple of, let's just say, influencer characters on blast tonight and go through some recent footage. There's some old footage there. I think we got about a 2-hour show lined up, maybe. So that's giving them a heads up on getting going. Get you all your clips lined up and say you want the join link. Oh man, I know. You guys think I'm stupid. I agree. So, I mean, I guess shut me down like you promised. I'll retire, I guess. Make this old car's wheels fall off, and I will retire, I guess. Telly, come on, dude. Fellowmon failed. Am I too loud on the mic tonight? Oh, my gosh. It's a horrible, horrible comedy show. Thanks for joining in, everybody. Worst on the internet. Out of anywhere, always, everybody's type thing. Oh, my gosh. Oh, man, my playlists are all messed up. Still playing this B-roll footage. There it goes. There we go. Oh, wait a minute. I thought we were going to the next clip. You guys are messing with me back in production. I'm just supposed to react over here and all the other production's going on. I'm just waiting for my line to come up. I'm just a hired guy. I'm not even a headliner. I'm just a warm-up act. Should we bring up the headliner for a minute? You guys want to hear the real guy behind the microphones and everything? A real old fart behind the scenes.
I got doxes on all you bitches.
See? All right, take a seat there, old man. Go chill. I see you don't want that guy to come out. Yeah. Got the old man to come out. Woo! Watch out. Sunday night preaching. Got a lot to go over here. Thanks for joining in. Got a couple in the chat. I can't see from here how many people are watching. What's up? Doesn't matter. It's all about timing. When are we going to get to the real stuff over here? Production, you guys are ruining my show. All this sad clip. We're going to go into some sad shit for sure. Some destructive. They want to create the chaos magic and say everybody else is working with everybody else. But every once in a while, Cox gets the best rage quit of the year. And right at New Year's. Like right at New Year's gets the best I could ever get, a Tommy Muffin rage quitting over to Twitch. Here, maybe we need to get into that. What else we got? We got some another clip. These are some intro clips. And then we'll get into some beef, and then I made a video to go along with some beef. And then we got a vacuum cleaner band, and then we're gonna get into another character, and we got a good clip lined up as an intro for that, and go over another clip. Wow, it's gonna be fun. Oh man, I thought we were going over the other. We're gonna go again into the YouTube mom, investigated 9 times before actually getting busted out, and do some comparison and contrast as some other ladies, in my opinion, not to be a mean roast, but you know, they kind of remind me of the YouTube mom. Ladies that run around with machetes. Woo! Part of the Edward crew. What else? I'm just kind of going what we got going on. Oh, and then to end out, we got episode 8 and 9 of the Jailhouse recordings being released here. Well, on my channel, not being released, but releasing them here. Oh my gosh, they're gonna eat me up in the chat over that one. I'm making mistakes left and right. It's Sunday night. Thanks for joining in. Is it actually Sunday night? See, I'm so lost. It is. 23rd. Thanks for joining in. Let's just get into it. Guys, come on. Let's get into some beef here. Oh yeah, the New Year's clip. Oh. Best present of the year for Mr. Cox, the rage quit. This is a real rage quit, dude, right here. This is, I mean, to get somebody...
Oh, man, Mr. Cox is getting a New Year's present. You know, it's always great when you hear, these little shills, oh, I'm going to Twitch. Oh, I'm going to D-Live. Everybody should come with me. Where it just looks like you're a muffin to, promote. For, what's in the chat there at the top, They're just there to promote the scrap yards. Oh, go to Twitch. Oh, go to D-Live. This place sucks. They'll be back in a week. You know what I'm saying? Here you go. Here's my present.
One of my main goals is to not hear Aaron Victor Cox's voice.
Watch the wife.
Or see any of his baby gargle fucking texts for 2023. If I can,
this your priority number
that is
one?
that's one of the main priorities. Yeah.
Oh my
really
goodness.
Poor Tweety.
Okay.
I mean, I'm already.
Can I ask Diana a question, though?
Yeah. Go ahead.
That's probably why his wife is making him go to Twitch, so he quits crying about Cox all the time. Oh.
Hey, I just have one question for Mike. Mike, are you?
Oh gosh, Dr. Phil again. Here we go.
Do you hate TikTok because the Indian neighbor of yours that Agent 19 doxed has more TikTok followers than you?
Here we go, Dr. Shill over here.
Is that why you hate
Oh
TikTok?
my gosh. You call me a snitch. You snitch everything to Kim K.
You're Indian.
Get out of here.
That's why you hate
Get
TikTok.
out of here. You're the biggest snitch. You snitch everything to Kim Chaos.
Yeah.
You snitched to Kim Chaos. You snitched to Kim Chaos.
You didn't answer the question. You're jealous of your Indian friend. I thought so. Okay. Yeah, she's got.
Okay, Dr. Shill.
She got
Dr. Shill.
50 times what you got on YouTube.
Dr. Shill. Dr. Shill.
All right, thanks for answering, Mike.
Snitch. Oh, there you go. See, just a lame narrative again.
Es ist dem Feind gelungen, die Front in breiter Formation zu durchbrechen. Im Süden hat der Gegner Zossen genommen und stößt auf Stahnsdorf vor. Der Feind operiert jetzt am nördlichen Stadtrand zwischen Frohnau und Pankow und im Osten ist der Feind bis zur Linie Lichtenberg-Marsdorf-Karlshorst gelangt.
Mit dem Angriff Steiners wird das alles in Ordnung kommen.
Mein Führer, Steiner konnte nicht genügend Kräfte für einen Angriff massieren. Der Angriff Steiner ist nicht erfolgt.
Es bleiben im Raum Keitel, Jodel, Krebs und Butter.
Das war ein
Befehl! Der Angriff Steiners war ein Befehl! Wer schickt Sie? Das hier Wagen mit meinem Befehl durch das Leisten! Oh, Mike, ist das einfach.
Hey, Cox, since we know you're listening from the background, Cox, and you're all destroyed, you take note. This is how to make it a slap video, okay, Cox? Because you're destroyed. You can't do anything like this. All praises, I think who did this? Was this Haystack? I think it might be. Anyways, he probably does because he's making some cool films and shit. So shout out to that guy for this great. You know what? We'll get back in there because Mr. Cox is just shut up. But this is how you make a film. This is the film of the year right here, everybody. Film of the year. Oh my gosh, this is the best version I've ever seen of this.
Das war ein Befehl! Der Angriff Steiners war ein Befehl! Wer schickt Sie? Das hier Wagen mit meinem Befehl durch das Leisten! Oh, Mike, ist das einfach gekommen. Das Militär hat mich belogen! Jeder hat mich belogen, sogar die SS! Die gesamte Generalität ist nichts weiter als ein Haufen niederträchtiger, treuloser Feiglinge!
Mein Führer, ich kann nicht zulassen, dass die Soldaten, die für Sie verbringen...
Ihr seid Feiglinge! Verräter, Versager!
Mein Führer, was Sie da sagen, ist ungeheuerlich.
Die Generalität ist das Geschmeiß des deutschen Volkes! Sie ist ohne Ehre!
The reaction was like great because it was like it is calling out the Stasi shit. They're like, how the hell did they get a hold of our jailhouse calls, man? What the F? That totally destroys our freaking narrative.
Sie nennen sich Generale, weil Sie Jahre auf Militärakademien zugebracht haben, nur um zu lernen, wie man Messer und Gabel hält. Jahrelang hat das Militär meine Aktionen nur behindert.
Right, try it out from this chat, ladies. Try it out. Try it out.
Ich hätte gut daran getan, von Jahren alle höheren Offiziere liquidieren zu lassen, wie Stalin! Ich war hier von der Akademie. Und doch habe ich allein auf Mr. State, ganz Europa erobert. Verräter! Von allem Anfang an bin ich so verraten und betrogen worden. Es wurde ein ungeheurer Verrat geübt am deutschen Volke. Aber alle diese Verräter werden bezahlen. Mit ihrem eigenen Blut werden sie bezahlen. Sie werden es saufen in ihrem eigenen Blut.
Bitte gerne.
Right, from the chat, ladies. Keep it in the chat. Where's Janitor Jack? We need Janitor Jack on the scene. Clean up all them tears in the chat room, please. Thank you.
Es ist unmöglich, unter diesen Umständen zu führen. Es ist aus. Der Krieg ist verloren.
No, not that guy. He can't win.
Aber wenn Sie, meine Herren, glauben, dass ich deswegen Berlin verlasse, irren Sie sich gewaltig. Eher jag ich mir eine Kugel durch den Kopf.
Not when you got Cox in your trail there, dude.
Tun Sie, was Sie wollen.
Oh, here we go. Right, okay, so you're not gonna be able. It doesn't matter what she's saying. Okay. Now what we need to do is I don't think I can slow it down. I need to slow down the footage, and I don't know how well that's picking up as far as the camera. My camera's got low tread. Okay. But we've got a the hat is I just got to call it out for what it is. The hat is very communistic. Okay, yes. Okay, now look at the fuzz, how the fuzz is about, an inch long off the brim there, right? Right? Now what we need to do for a DNA marker on Toofy here, okay, is she looks like she's got some fuzz stuck to her chin, but we're trying, but see, the fuzz on the hat is more straight. The fuzz is not stuck to her chin, okay? She needs to, everybody, seriously, she needs to turn on her AC. Don't be so, dude, is the Muffin Man not paying you enough, Denise? Come on, Denise. That's when them long hairs grow, is when you can't run the swamp cooler or the AC long enough. Right? You gotta sweat it out so you start growing more chin hair there, lady. Turn on your AC, it's hot, lady. Alright? Seriously, I don't think she's got some of that fuzz, that cat hair hat. That looks like some cat hair, like some Afghan cat hair. Her hat. And I don't think she's got some of that fuzz stuck to her chin. Sorry if that's mean, but it's just one of my observations. Let's get back to the show. Just a quick observation. I don't work with that lady, by the way. I'll blast the shit out of her any day, though, because she keeps on bringing me up. So she should have done that. Try to mark me for a freaking DOMTORR service. Okay. You don't gotta be like Treachy and Fellowmon and really spell it out in the chat, even though this lady's their grandmother, their internet grandmother. Just like Edward's got his internet mom, we all know who that is. Seriously, we're gonna get more into this show. We're gonna have fun. But I thought I'd just make an observation for the public record to insert that I do not think, and we're part of our credentials, establishing our credentials, is I do not think that was cat hair stuck on the Two Fairies' face there. Okay, from her hat. All right, what do we got here? I think this was this
MAAAD
morning.
is timing them out.
Yeah. Or was this yesterday morning? Let me see.
Good morning.
Hey, Earl, that was my mistake. I thought you said, let's test this
Oh.
and see who's a supermod. And so I timed him out.
Oh, you were able to time him out?
Salty, I'm sorry.
Oh, I didn't know that you could.
Yeah,
time him out.
Supermods
Yeah,
timing each
don't
other
mess
out.
with them, Blue.
Oh, maybe I do. Maybe
Sorry
I
if
did
I
give
blast
you
you
a
out.
supermod.
All right, this would be a good spot to stop this. All right, so this is the other morning. I jump up on here after a little while, but I wanted to play a clip first. On, now I gotta rework things. No, I can just play it straight. It's only 4-minute clip. I'm gonna play this clip straight up here. 4-minute clip and give you a little prelude of what we're gonna watch. Okay, and I want to see what my timestamp is because we wanted to make sure that a certain Supreme Court judge was catching this. Yeah, about 20 minutes in, 27. Okay, all right. Yeah, if my volume levels are up and down, it's because I had to do another rebuild on my mobile truck here. Okay, so I'm still trying to rework some new rewirings and so forth, and had to do some damage control for some things. May have, running low tread over here, just to let you know, we even need a new camera. So, and I'm going just till the wheels fall off. I think no matter how bad the video is, I know it pisses some people off. So what? It's more about the audio why we're here. Anyways, shutting up because you're about to hear me again right here.
Oh man, listen to this guy cry about cocks.
Yeah, but here's the thing: people are going to often say and do what they want. Like according to Aaron Cox, and I always joke, it's all about the Cox.
That dude's weird.
Detective Gomez Esquire, the tinfoil hat wearing nut job that.
You know what? For Salty, he's all about balls and the D's and so forth. So I like that double twist that Salty's doing right there. Keep on going.
It's conspiracy theories, in my opinion. When he tries to go...
In his opinion, he's saying Mr. Cox is slinging around conspiracy theories. Haven't we heard others, like even, people in the chat that don't have a wrench right now? That guy, he's glued, right? Because we're all on to conspiracy theories here for some reason. I'm going to back that up and let's get that. I need to shut up and just let the video roll, but I might stop this a couple times.
And I always joke, it's all about the Cox.
That dude's weird.
Detective Gomez Esquire, the tinfoil hat wearing nut job that spouts conspiracy theories, in my opinion. When he tries to go on ERR and he wants to weaponize the whole, in my opinion, that's something I've been saying for years.
No, idiot. He didn't coin the term. You actually got to say, in your opinion, or hypothetically, when you're on YouTube, so you can actually get through and not get censored. He thinks he's the only one that came up with that and the only one that keyed the term in using it. Okay.
When he says that I'm an agent working for the government for misinformation and I'm against the First Amendment, I'm a drug addict, I'm a criminal. You know what? It doesn't elicit a response in a video.
Right, but he'll put me in his videos anyways, and he's not going to deny those things. That's why he's not going to respond to it.
It's not worth my time. He's trying to get me off Bradley's back. I'm not going to get off.
No, I'm calling him out on his BS because he's being a little bitch.
Bradley's back. Bradley stepped in it. He has to answer for it. Just like everybody wanted to hold me accountable for the various nasty, fucked up things I've said in the past and my nasty behavior on YouTube. I think everyone should hold Not So Honest Abe accountable for 1, going after Miss Joe, 2, calling Miss Joe a liar, and going after Blue Eyes because
Miss Joe did lie. She went on his panel and said that I was timing everyone out in the chat. And when he says I'm not worth his time, well, let's go to this clip. Yeah, by the way, it wasn't me timing everyone out in that chat. It was the rodent and one other person that was spouting off bullshit. Let's go ahead and listen to a voicemail that Salty Weirdo sent me on May 22nd, 2021.
Call ended.
Hey, Aaron. Salty Rant. Loving the videos, buddy. We got to get together and do an ass troll stream someday. I don't call them assholes anymore. I call them ass trolls. And they don't like it. I'm loving.
Yeah, because it's pretty dorky. And when you got dorks sent after you, like that guy, Mr. Salty Rant, yeah, of course it might censor somebody wanting to get him go away. Once you try to become their friend, huh? They're salty. Huh? You want to try to become your buddy? Oh, but these guys are attacking me. I need help. I need help with videos. Right? And then you got this guy. Hey.
Loving videos, buddy. We got to get together and do an ass troll stream someday. I don't call them assholes anymore. I call them ass trolls. And they don't like it. I'm loving the videos. I'm glad you're still on YouTube. And I like the fact that you're still putting out your videos and still giving it to the assholes. Take care and hope to talk to you real soon. Bye.
Wow. He's loving the videos. Doesn't say anything about the conspiracy theories. Right? And not saying anything about I'm a waste of his time. He needed me to troll or make videos for We the People Tyrant Wars because it seems like he's with them. In my opinion. See how that works? It looks like he wants people to make videos for him against We the People Tyrant Wars so they put him on blast. Just like all it took was me to put one comment in Salty's comment section and they made a video on me. Oh my gosh. But that's what he does. Oh, you're awesome. Nothing about the conspiracy theories, but you're awesome. You make great videos, dude. You should help me out. Thanks for checking this out. Peace out. Oh, wait a minute. Bonus material. You don't help out Salty Rant, he'll put your information in one of the discords where these idiots named GD will get a hold of your information and leave you a call. September 27th, 2021.
Answer your phone, Aaron.
Why would losers like that want to talk to me?
I don't. You talk to Salty. I'm sorry. I thought that's what he said.
Oh, it's all good.
You said, let's test this. I went, click. You know me and my hammer.
Yeah, you like the. Yeah, you're quick on that. You've always been like that. So.
I just timed him out. He'll be fine. He's used to it. Oh my goodness. I don't care who you are. That's funny shit.
That is funny. That's all right. Okay, so now we know what happened. I completely forgot that I gave you a super mod.
They don't call me quick draw for nothing.
Right.
Oh my goodness. I need a cup of coffee.
Well, Modaki says Blue Eyes Salty is a jackass anyway.
What do you say?
That's what Modaki says. Blue Eyes Salty is a jackass anyways.
Well, yeah, but I'm not on I'm on Earl's panel, so I thought as soon as I did it, I'm like, you're explaining something else. I'm like, ooh, maybe he didn't say that.
I might be a jackass, but at least I ferreted out. Not so honestly, it's gaslighting.
He does. Listen, I like those guys, but geez, oh Pete, man, he needs to get laid or something. Lord have mercy.
He does talk a lot.
I mean, he's got a gift of gab. He talks himself out of a painted corner. I just don't get it.
But you spoke.
And I find him entertaining.
You spoke to him. I heard the conviction in your voice. You were upset last night.
Yeah, I don't like being called a liar. I know he asked for it. I'm not one to take screenshots. Listen, I only go into YouTube ankle deep, and that's as far as I'm digging the hole. You know, I'm not going into bash. I don't. And he about had me give out his info. That pissed me off. That's not my style. But she already had the stuff, so whatever.
He's
And I told
obsessed
him
with
that.
it.
Huh?
Actually, it's my opinion. Abe is obsessed with everyone who doesn't believe, this is my opinion now, that he was not a former Leo. He's obsessed with anyone that questions his accounts being a former cop.
You know, if I was a police officer or military or whatever, and somebody questioned my valor or whatever, you know, I can see that can be, you know, that would hurt, you know, because you take pride in that. But to carry it on for months and months, and I'm like, Lord have mercy, my brain hurts, and it's not even my life.
He definitely needs to get laid.
Yeah, he definitely flying those colors, doesn't he?
Either
He
that,
likes that rainbow.
either that, or he's on the autism spectrum, but we just don't know what end. Again, in my opinion.
Oh, that's an interesting thought. I don't know. You guys are just entertainment for me.
Oh, hold on. Does anybody know who Socket Tuya is? Because they're wanting to come up.
No.
No
It
idea.
should be interesting.
So, thanks for having me up on the panel. Take the video, do whatever you want with it, enjoy it, and you know it's yours.
All right. I'm gonna put up a.
Take care.
Hey, Salty. Salty likes to run right when he knows I'm coming on.
Who is this?
But it doesn't matter who I am. What I'm going to tell you right now is that Salty gets even with people that won't help him with the We the People Tyrant Wars. That's what's going on here. Is he's gaslit when he's saying that other people are gaslit. He's gaslit a lot of people to try to fight his battle with that clown. So he's doing a lot of lying. And that peace supporter you guys keep on putting on blast, Detective Gomez, well, he was good buddies with him for a long time. That's who Salty was, good buddies with him, trying to get Detective Gomez to make videos against We the People Tyrant Wars. But when he didn't, well, Salty started doxing him. But I've got some interesting, I'll tell you what, if you guys are interested, I've got some great voicemail messages from the Salty rant on my phone that I kept of him just love bombing me, man, saying, oh, I was a great video maker and he needs my help with the clown. And then when you don't help him, then all of a sudden, I'm not going to P-bomb you, man. Okay, you can take down that overlay. I'm too busy to do that shit, and I don't need to time people out like you guys do. See what I'm saying? So there you go.
It was an accident.
Oh yeah.
Well, it wasn't an accident when it came down to Socket Tuya account being timed out by Reverend Kelly, because that's another one. That's another one. Let's say projecting away from his support for that sex offender Mouse in Fort Collins. He was wrenched up with him too. But see, they're all gonna lie to you because they need newbies to help fight for them. And if you don't help them, well, like I said, if you don't help them fight that We the People Tyrant Wars, what he'll do is he'll put your phone number and all your information in a Discord. Then all of a sudden you guys got guys like GD and I could be calling your phone number when Salty was the only one that get your phone number. But you see, I think he lies to you guys, especially not being in Discord since 2020. Okay, I think he's there on the daily, even if it's under an alt account trying to play like somebody else that needs to be destroyed. Even like veterans. For some reason, these guys got a thing for veterans, to silence veterans. Any questions? I yield.
Well, I say give him a wrench. That's just my opinion. You don't need to be timed out if he's, you know, he seems pretty level head.
Right, yeah, see, Rev Kelly needs people to go away that can blast his past. And then he'll lie. That must have been a sock account. No, Reverend Kelly, that was you in Mouse's chat, all wrenched up. But,
I
yeah.
seen that, yeah.
Yeah, see, they don't like it when old schoolers come out and start busting their ass out because they need newbies to believe their story to help them out. Because old schoolers see through salty shit and wouldn't help them out against the We the People Tyrant Wars, because guess what? It looks like they're actually working together. Yeah. In my opinion, since we all have our opinions here, see, the thing is with Miss Joe was sold. I've heard her say she's in these discords where she is convinced of certain information without vetting it, and then goes out and peddles it as truth with conviction. Okay, that's not so much lying. She's been used. She's very confused right now. I can hear it in her voice. But see, some people will just double down and keep going with what they've been sold to try to save face. See what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying. And that's unfortunate because those discords are the antithesis of divide to conquer. And it only takes a few bad apples like Salty Rant and a few others to do that, especially the way Salty Rant is up against Colton Woods.
Holy shit, that's still going on?
Well, see, that's the thing, Reverend Kelly. You lied to these people saying that must have been a sock account when that was you. So there's a lot of deception going on. I believe Honest Abe out of anybody because he's doing his due diligence to do the research. Miss Joe will just come on panel and Salty and just start calling people pedo supporters without the evidence and proof because they're running with the narrative that was sold to them through Discord. Whether or not Salty's the sower of the seeds there or the leader of the disinformation, because even in your chat, he had to put a response, whether or not he was protecting the main supporter, Flathead Corruption Watch, a mouse, and he says he doesn't even know who he is. That's bullshit. They're all up in the same discords. So they're protecting the main supporter of Mouse that gave him thousands of dollars, that was there the most. You guys don't hear the name Flathead Corruption Watch, do you?
No.
No. There's a reason why. There's a reason why they put it on others, that they're the main supporters because they're protecting and running interference for the main supporter, Flathead Corruption Watch. And we've got plenty of clips. That's why they need me to shut up, is because I have the clips of the PayPal records of Flathead Corruption Watch showing his PayPal and all the people they had to donate to keep people silenced, to run a narrative. And that goes through the discords. So Miss Joe, you're in a really bad area hanging out, gaining your information because they're using you. They're trying to weaponize you. But when they come out and say, like Salty said in that video, the main supporter, right? They're peddling that to take the heat off of the main supporter. Anyways, you guys got any questions? Because I'm out of here.
No, I only go in ankle deep, so.
Right.
I know what he asked me, and really don't care. He about pissed me off enough last night that I about gave some info. I have never pissed me off, but I must have been in the mood.
I will tell you, it does look like Honest Abe is trying to get down to the bottom of it, and he's not going to get it right either, because it does go so deep. They've flung so much deception around to try to cover for that main supporter, to try to cover for their own support of sickos. You even had Salty in the chat admitted that one time he supported a pedo. But you see, these pedos are so freaking nefarious about their stories that they'll sell you a line of bullshit just so later on people can go around, oh, he was a P supporter. See, and that's how it's a divide to conquer tactic from within.
That's one
Now,
thing I
anybody-
like. Go ahead.
Go
I'm
ahead.
sorry. I
No,
was
no,
just
you
going
go
to say that's one thing that I liked about Abe is because he goes by facts. But see, I'm not one to screenshot. Like I said, I only go in so deep, and that's sad because I go over and talk to him and have conversations, but still, see, I'm over here trying to explain, and I don't want to.
See, if Salty Rant was a man of honor, he would have stayed on this panel when you said you were bringing somebody else up. He always does that. He'll see his little spot to where he can peddle his BS and then run.
That makes so much sense.
Yeah. I've been doing what I do since year 2000, and these guys are really pissed off about that because it's like Texas Hold'em, right? If you can spot somebody's bluff, they're going to come after you. And that is also called Operation Vigilant Eagle to try to shut down veterans that are speaking too much online. And it looks like his crew is a part of that. There's so much abounding evidence what these guys are trying to do on a deeper level. And like I said, they need people to gaslight, to run their ball and agenda and their narrative. But anyways, thanks for letting me have my say up here.
Sure, no
And
problem.
yeah, watch out for those managing moderators, the mods. Yeah, that's all set up to really create some division. Just to let you know. And that's what they want. They want us all fighting each other. That way we're not seeing the financial collapse happen right in front of our eyes.
I only have
That's
4
true.
super mods.
Yeah, it goes way deeper than the surface of what these guys are trying to peddle to you to keep you in their realm and their narrative. So you guys have had Salty Rant running your narrative here with his video.
I'm not on either side.
Well, I'll tell you what, it seemed like that you were taking sides by being happy that somebody got silenced in your chat. The Socket to You account, you seem like you're kind of happy that guy got timed out.
No, okay, let me explain something like that, because I went to your channel and it had like 3 subscribers. So I do this I play on every sock account that comes in here until I get to know who that person is. You're the first one that's come up on here that was a sock account. So
The thing is, I had to use a sock account so Salty Rant wouldn't go, look, there's that guy, he's a peace supporter, right off the bat.
Yeah.
See?
So I mean that explains that. That's why I was laughing about it, because
Well, I kind of get what you're saying, but still, people have to use sock accounts to get through because the deception is so thick.
Right.
But they also use sock accounts to spread more deception and malinformation.
Mm-hmm. No, nothing personal. I just laugh. That's
He laughed. Yeah.
Well, censorship is not a funny thing at all, in my opinion. I mean, it was pretty funny when Salty got accidentally timed out there, so I'm going to eat my own words, right? But my suggestion is yesterday, I think it was yesterday or the day before, there was a House committee meeting about the weaponization of the government and censorship. And instead of sitting here talking about each other, you guys should be like mirroring that shit because it's really important. Big tech has tried to censor us. Social media has been weaponized. There's people that have taken plea deals or sellouts, in my opinion, like the Salty Rant, to help silence people and veterans through Operation Vigilant Eagle. Look that up. What was the law firm? There's a really good law firm that did a write-up on Operation Vigilant Eagle, but big tech's been weaponized to censor. But they've got to have people in the mix of that stuff to help run the narrative and agenda, to help censor people that are a threat against their, well, I just call it the trafficking system, right? There's a lot of weirdos out there, in my opinion, like Salty Rant, that's going to help censor people so the traffickers can keep trafficking. And he might not even know it. He might have had to take a plea deal on something. He might like to be a sellout and selling our information through the discords to the feds. That's happening.
All I know about Salty is he's a very opinionated person. I don't watch his channel stuff. I'm not even sub to Salty.
Well, in my opinion, he tries to weaponize his opinions to destroy other people instead of lift them up. Like myself, I tried to lift up Salty Rant because, oh, he was such a victim to the We the People tyrant wars. Oh, man, so horrible. He needs help, he needs help, he needs help. Well, you try to help him a little bit by maybe giving him some suggestions, saying, hey, man, it's all right, you know, grow some thicker skin. But if you don't make videos about him to get yourself, that's the whole point. You make a video about We the People tyrant wars, they're going to come after you.
Yep.
So he wanted me to make videos about them so they would come after me. But when I figured it out and I looked through it, that's when all of a sudden my information's getting doxxed through the discords, and Salty Rant was the only one that had that phone number. That's how I play, man. One little show bag at a time, huh, Salty? See, and he's gonna run, dude. He's not gonna come up here and defend himself. He might. I don't even watch the chat, right? When I'm on panels, I don't even watch the chat. He might be in the chat right now, trying to black me.
You got some discernment. I like that.
Well, it's like I said, I've been busting out people that have been trying to interrupt our First Amendment right to assemble since year 2000. I saw through it. And then 9/11 happened, and shit went into turbo with the Patriot Act, the NDAA, Smith-Mundt, so forth. So, and I even still tried to buck it, even after 9/11, to try to help preserve our First Amendment right to assemble. Salty, with his lies and his narrative of trying to destroy people, or trying to divide and conquer. For what, though? Really?
Oh man, Cox. You're freaking on that conspiracy theory stuff, Cox. How could you? How could you?
Why is it so important to be putting people on blast with false shit, and then weaponize somebody like Miss Joe? She's really upset.
Yeah. She is.
Right? But it's because she's been toyed with. I would not toy with somebody like Miss Joe. These people, well, Salty's toying with people. You don't help him, all of a sudden you're an enemy, but he'll still act like your friend to your face. Pretty bad.
That would be Two-Face.
Well, what I'd like to know is, instead of Salty being in the chat like a little bitch, why don't you come up and answer when the last time exactly you were in Discord? Because I can guarantee you, even if you're in there in an alt trying to brainwash people like Miss Joe into running your narrative, I would like to know exactly when the last time you were in there, and I bet you anything I can find out. And I don't even go to Discord. See, and that's what upset me with Miss Joe. She came on Honest Abe's panel, and she started saying things that were untrue, but she had conviction in her voice like they were absolutes. And that to me is worrisome, that somebody like her can be brainwashed, in my opinion. So when she says that even myself goes into, I'm in Discord all the time. I haven't been to Discord but once for a few minutes, like 3 years ago, and I hated it, and I left and never went back. But they create characters, the likeness of someone, so they can say that they're destroying them. Because they don't have the balls to panel back up, huh, Salty? You won't have the balls to ever click my links, you little bitch.
He's more than welcome to come up here to
He runs because he can't control the narrative. And then all they do is go around, you're a liar, you're a liar, you're a liar, with no receipts.
Well, yeah, the Miss Joe thing, that's why it kind of just really mind boggled me on why she was so upset you know, and I'm trying to make sense of everything, and I made some
Let me
sense,
just
but
say
not
this.
everything of it has made sense to me.
Yeah, it's called neuro-linguistic programming, NLP. That's what's happened to Miss Joe. She's convinced of fake and false information that's either been fabricated, or she's believing Salty that they're destroying people in sock accounts in Discord when those people aren't even there. They're just trying to make it look like these people are destroyed. So Miss Joe will go around and say, oh yeah, this guy's a peace supporter. Oh yeah, he's in Discord all the time. Dude, I don't even have Discord apps on my phone. And like I said, I went in Discord for like 3 minutes one time a few years ago to troll Merv. And they silenced me immediately because I didn't know how the damn app worked. And I'm like, this is lame, I'm out of here, and never went back. But you see, for Miss Joe to be convinced that myself is always in Discord, always, creating a ruckus, that's somebody like Salty doing that. Or I could be, or GD, go ahead, are you?
Oh, I'm sorry. I was going to say, we definitely need Miss Joe here to possibly set things straight then.
Well, see, the problem is the victim of NLP, it's going to take her a while to unravel all the bullshit they put in her head. Because, I mean, if she had the truth, her conviction in her voice would be different. Not pissed off, upset, confused, bewildered. Okay? That's what I hear when I hear Miss Joe.
Right.
Not a truthful conviction, calm, I know I'm right. These things are absolute. I've seen the proof. She's being told things and being presented with false evidence, whatever it is, because I don't know, because I don't go into those damn Discords. She, in my opinion, is not a very good candidate to go in those Discords to try to find truth. And that's what they do. They're using, and she's not the only one. There's a Holly Weir account that's blind. They used her. They've used a lot of people that are, and I've actually had to call the ADA, okay, American Disabilities Association, because they are using people that are disabled, autistic, elderly, to gaslight, to run their agenda, because they know they're not gonna have the deep research skills to figure out the truth. So, I mean, I did yell. I'll admit, I did yell at Miss Joe, and I'm sorry, but I'm not going to let people also run an agenda on me. I'm going to pop up, just like I did here.
Yeah.
Right? Salty needs to say other people are main supporters when they are protecting the main supporter. And Salty himself supported a pedo. So you see the deflection tactic? A lot of these guys are trying to deflect away from the shit they've done themselves, and they don't want people to know. But the thing is, it's like they're promoting that sex offender rodent mouse to give him oxygen, so he is there, so they can mark people as supporters. He popped up in AIDS because why would the rodent mouse need to get with Abe and tell his story and the bullshit of it? Abe bought his bullshit. It's bullshit. So he can be there, get wrenched, and then people like Salty Rant, oh my gosh, he's a peace supporter. He let Mouse be wrenched up in his chat. Abe had no idea who he was.
Okay,
Makes so much sense.
Mike says, I was in Discord with Miss Joe and the others when Aaron was in there. He had an account named Tesla. He admitted to it.
How can I admit to something when I don't even go in there? See, that's what they did. They made an account and then said it was me. So they can sit there and think, and other people can witness me getting destroyed. It's a straw man. I don't go in. I would never make an account named Hassle. Okay, I know what it means. It's like a cuck. It's a sexual innuendo. That's what they do. It's very sick. Just like what Rick Crude does. Very sick shit. Mm-hmm. Then they play fight. with guys like Poor Dirt Farmer. More sick shit. They're hiring a stripper to harass a family in Chilliwack that lives across the street, that's shining lasers in people's eyes, yelling pedo off of his balcony. Salty is just about like another failed stripper in Chilliwack. He's getting used himself, if he knows it or not, or he's going along with it. But once again, I haven't been in Discord in years. I wanted to go troll Merb in his Discord a few years back. Went in there, first time ever trying to use Discord, couldn't figure out the microphone. They silenced me because I wouldn't pipe up. I never went back. I don't need to. It's disgusting. It's disinformation. Look what it did to Miss Joe. She's very upset.
You know, disinformation.
Listen, I have to jump down real quick. I just want to say, this is why you only go ankle deep, people. You are grown. You are grown human beings. Use your brain cells.
Yeah, and provide that proof that I'm lying. See, if you, oh, you know who that is? That's North Sac Maniac. That is Salty's counterpartner right there that is in the background, that's got some really weird charges himself. But no, I did not make a video of me admitting to it, North Sac Maniac. See, he's not going to come in his regular account, but they need this narrative to work. You're going to see people jump out and try to say he's lying, but with no receipts or proof. Drop the link. Does Mike have a North Sac Maniac there have a wrench?
No, I don't know who Mike is.
Okay, see how he's got to pop up? That's Salty going into Discord going, shit, we're getting destroyed, guys, we need help. Here comes North Sac Maniac.
Well, it was nice meeting you, Earl. I'll talk at you later.
All right, Blue Eyes.
All right, later on.
All right, bye, guys.
But that's what I like to see, is I like to see the receipts of where Abe said that, where Abe said that Miss Joe was lying.
Well, and you see, in the heat of things, it's you're gonna say somebody's a liar, right? When they're running with lies and might not even know it.
Yeah.
And that's the problem. Everything's being heated up for a reason, and it's not organic. All the hate and discord and discontent, it's not organic. You got shitsters in the background like Salty Rant that are using newbies to try to silence older YouTubers. And I'm not even really a YouTuber.
I just find it funny how lies can be more believable than facts.
It's because they've got other sock accounts there to back up the lie. They've got other people like that Mike account, right? People are gonna want to believe him because you don't hear his voice, he doesn't make videos, and it's just easier to believe the lie than actually dig into the truth.
How's it going there, Glenn?
Hey, what's up, Glenn?
Pretty good. Hey, well, you know, I kind of agree with you about Salty going around calling people a pedophile. But the thing about it, he also sit there say he's going to put somebody's grandkids on pedophile site.
Yeah, that was a couple of years ago. That was Peanut.
Yeah, I got the video of it.
Yeah.
Right, here's the thing, Glenn, is he will peddle something like that it's truth happening right now, even though something happened a couple of years ago. And that's all they have, is to peddle the lies like they're happening right now when they did only happen a couple of years ago. It's projection. It's classic 101 projection.
And now, now this ain't no way to defend him or anything. It's just fact, because it is what he said. He said he did admit that he said it, and he took the heat for it. So he admitted that it was said, and he said that out of anger. But that doesn't make it better or anything. About what he did, and that was like a few years ago. That was the main reason why I quit watching his channel, because he said that to Peanut 411. I think that was on Tammy Linland's panel, if I remember right. I was there that night. I was in that live stream.
Yeah, I think that is wrong. When he said, see, I ain't saying he didn't do that. But I am saying he did say that's what he's gonna do. But
Right.
even saying it is wrong.
I agree. Yeah, the saying it is wrong. Yeah. No, I agree with that.
But I think he let me up, and I'm gonna go ahead and jump back down.
Okay, Glenn. Thanks for coming up.
You're welcome.
We left a comment on here about 4 Mesa cops that like to talk about me and how they wish that they could catch me off duty and then they would do something to me and then take me to some burying grounds. I got some news for you dummies that think that. I'm gonna cut you off if you try to do anything to me. You may not survive. You think you're badass, but you just may not survive. Better hope that you're doing what you're doing legally, because if you're not, I'm not playing no more games with you. Watch.
I was actually gonna play more footage that came in from Chilliwack, and it looks like I was just a little too late. They might have got yanked. They might have got put on maybe private. Dang it. And I'm looking for him.
So we left a comment on here about
spot,
4 Mesa cops that like to talk about me and how they wish that they could catch me off duty and then they would do something, shoot me, and then take me to some burying grounds. I got some news for you dumbasses that think that. I'm gonna cut you off if you try to do anything to me. Just keep that in mind. You may not survive. You think you're badass, but you just may not survive. Yeah. I'm tired of the cowardice. I'm over it. I tell you right now, any of you cops watching, you think you're gonna pull some shit with me, I'm gonna smoke you before you even get a chance to do it. Better hope that you're doing what you're doing legally, because if you're not, I'm not playing no more games with you. Watch.
He definitely said that, no doubt. But let's take a look at how the cops will twist your words into something that they can use against you by simply lying.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, where to begin? This is interesting. This is not something that you should be seeing or I should be able to post on the internet, but I'm going to anyway. So I'll just go ahead and read some of this to you. It says that it's a threat assessment by the Gilbert Police Department at 75 East Civic Center Drive, Gilbert, Arizona, 85296. Their phone number is 480-503-6500. And this was posted by the Criminal Intelligence Unit Detective Marcus Hernandez. His email is marcus.hernandez@gilbertaz.gov. And this is an officer awareness bulletin. Basically, they're trying to put every officer on edge with this bulletin, and I'll explain why here in a little bit. But it has a picture of me from a recent live stream. It has my full name. It has all of my information. That's pretty much correct, give or take a few addresses and phone numbers and license plate numbers, but you get the gist. They got my information, and they sent out a bulletin to every officer, at least in Gilbert, probably in all of Arizona. Keep in mind, the sole purpose of this bulletin is to escalate any encounter that I may have with the police. That's it. Now let's read some of their lies. On June 24th, 2023, at approximately 0700 hours, a popular YouTube personality identified as Christopher Ruff, using the account DirectD, posted a video directing threats towards law enforcement. Christopher states in his 13.5 long minute video that he will cut the heads off of law enforcement and they will not survive an encounter with him. Christopher also states at the end of his video he is going to smoke any cop that comes after him. It should be noted, Christopher has a history of posting degrading and defamatory comments towards law enforcement and court officials on his YouTube channel, DirectD. After having interactions with them, Christopher has even posted law enforcement officers and court officials' home addresses and their private photos and solicited his viewers to contact those individuals in a harassing manner. But there's no PC to arrest him at this time. Now, before I read this to you, I played the two clips that they're claiming are threats towards law enforcement officers. Anybody that follows this channel knows what an actual threat is. When you say, if you do something, I'm going to defend myself, that's not a threat. That's called self-defense. Rewind it and listen again in case you're confused. I didn't threaten anybody. All I said is I would defend myself. You just don't like the way that I said it. But look at how they wrote this. They lie. They do it in bulletins, and they do it on police reports, and then they do it in court, and nobody does anything about them. Now, the name Marcus Hernandez is important because he's been mentioned in a video on this channel before in regards to a completely different incident involving Vanessa Lasico from the Tempe Municipal Court, a prosecutor that I have exposed on this channel and is still working for the government. Imagine that. We'll get to that in a minute, but let's go on to the next part. Now, here in Cautions, we see where Marcus added the element of fear to his propaganda. Let me read it to you. Christopher is a prohibited possessor of weapons, but it is unknown at this time if he has access to any. Based on Christopher's recent threats of harm towards law enforcement officers, officers should exercise extreme caution when conducting enforcement or making an arrest. Sounds like Marcus Hernandez is the one that's scared. Now, every statement in this so far has been absolutely, categorically false, malicious, misleading, and inappropriately put into this bulletin for a lot of police to see. But this is the most juicy part for me because they're trying to paint a history over the course of the last 10 years, basically, of me being a blatant repeat criminal. So in 2011, they're claiming I was arrested for aggravated assault and kidnapping and went to prison for 7 years. This is correct. And I got out of prison, and I have never been convicted of another felony since I got out of prison. But look at what they have here. 2021, aggravated assault on law enforcement. 2022, resisting arrest. 2023, resisting arrest. But what's funny is I have never been convicted of aggravated assault on a police officer, nor was I convicted of resisting arrest in 2022, nor resisting arrest in 2023. This bulletin is literally meant to paint me as a violent criminal so they can conduct a felony stop on me and basically kill me when they come into contact with me. This is what this is doing right here. Marcus Hernandez of the Gilbert Police Department put this out. Now, let me slap you with a little dose of reality for those of you that watch this channel and think that this can't happen to you. I've got 230-something thousand subscribers on just this channel. Probably another 150 across the internet and other platforms. And they're comfortably doing this kind of thing to me. They would comfortably kill me at a felony traffic stop if they thought that they could get away with it. Now, if they think that they could do that to a popular YouTube personality, as they mentioned above, they can abso-fucking-lutely do it to you. You better wake up and you better get off your couch and you better do something. Now, in this next clip, I'm going to show you exactly how I know who Marcus Hernandez is from a previous contact. Yeah, is Vanessa here? Direct D, tell her Christopher Ruff's out here. I need to leave.
Yeah, you need to leave. Let me call security, okay?
Security? I was just in court.
You need to leave, though. Can you please leave? I'm gonna call security. We don't want you in our office.
You don't want me in your office?
Yeah, let me call security.
Today, we are going to show you Vanessa Lasico. Vanessa Lasico is a Tempe City prosecutor. She is the police in-house prosecutor or lawyer. Basically, she's responsible for coaching them through court to make sure that they don't mess up. Vanessa Lasico first came to the collective attention of Arizona during the freeway shooter trials. Freeway shooter trials were about Leslie Merritt Jr. They were accusing him of shooting at vehicles on the freeway. They really didn't know who it was. Vanessa Lasico was part of the prosecution team that was trying to keep evidence from the public, evidence from the media to be released to the public, and it took a court order to unseal and release the information to the media and the public. Fast forward a few years to 2016,
So I did end up finding that footage from Chilliwack. Looks like this was released. Well, recorded. I can't say released. Released recently. We got a 5/28. 2023. Blow up Chilliwack. The neighbor is gonna start just flipping out across the street. And everything goes quiet for like that minute and a half right there. Because people are coming out of the house across the street where the filming is taking place. Interesting. Got Mr. WT there going up his stairs and going. I don't know what you could do is take a little smoke break, and all of a sudden your neighbor's freaking out at you because he saw something on the internet. So he's tripping out, and what he's doing, he's heading for the elevator. This is some real shit right here. It's unedited, released just like a couple of days ago. I don't know why it's released, pertaining to certain cases, but I mean, I like to analyze footage. But wait till you see Mr. 8-second ride, Mr. failed stripper come bailing out of there. He got no problems, no physical problems. He gonna come shooting out those gates here in like 10 seconds. 9, 8, I think, right? 7. Dude, he's fuming in the elevators coming down from the 3rd or 4th floor there. Holy crap, man. You ready? He's gonna charge. There he goes. I was right, about 15 seconds. Poor pedestrians are walking through a war zone. I'm not trying to make fun of the situation here. This is a pretty serious situation. But the thing is okay, so like victims of crimes and so forth, you gotta graduate out of, once things are said and done, right? You're graduating out of victimship or victimhood into thrival mode, and thrival mode. Then you get to deal with this guy like this coming out. All right, I must have been wrong about the elevator, but he's heading. That's maybe why it's quiet now. Oh, he probably went inside to go put his shoes on and say, I'm coming down, then hit the elevator. Holy crap. He comes out here in a second. That's why I'm playing this. It gives me a chance to have my own talk, I guess, with myself here with an empty chat room and no one around. I appreciate everybody that's joined in, because we're all destroyed because everybody says so in our fantasy Ville of everyone and nobody and everything happens all at the same time. Come on, 10, 9, 8. I'm sorry, I got to do the countdown, but this is some wild shit. To be able to run somebody's life through their bank account, in a sense, by giving them $500 to film the family across the street. This is some wild shit to me, man. There you go. Holy crap.
Motherfucker! Let's fucking go! You asked for it! Let's go! Get the fuck out here! You fucking piece of fucking shit! Get the fuck out! Now! You fuck! Get out! That's it!
Starting to get warm there in June. He started early at the end of June.
Leave her alone! You leave her alone!
That's right. You do the right thing there, sir.
Come here!
Sir Troll.
Come here! Come here!
Well, it looks like poor dirt farmer definitely hired the right guy.
Come here! Come here! Come here!
He calls the neighbor. He starts yelling at the neighbor. You effing cunt. You shut the F up.
Come in, Brian. Calm down, girl.
So the home occupant tries to draw the attention off the woman onto himself, and that's, in my opinion, the right thing to do there. Even if you do have a pink umbrella in your front yard there. All right. Holy crap.
You guys also try.
I do like the oversized hot tub. That's a great idea. And the entertainment out front. You've got your own stage. And I guess he can run this show from behind a keyboard. I don't know exactly the catalyst going on with this certain situation, but the stripper thinking he was going to make a living doing TikTok videos and stripping down to his bald hot dog. You know, the guy right there on the film, WT, right, gives him the look. He's like, you SOB, you ain't going to get away with this shit. But thank you for providing a stage for a more grand scale. This is not third-party harassment. What this is evidence submission C into the grand scheme of things. It's pretty mean, you know, what they've done to this guy. Poor dirt farmers totally, I mean, he's totally responsible for this. He's the one that gave this guy money thinking it's going to be an easy job to film a king troll of the Southside Gang Worldwide. Big ups and representation. Holding Skreetz turf also in the house tonight. The Southwest Gang Worldwide in the house too. What's up to them? West Coast. Southwest Coast. Very intense situation. You see there's more action coming up. Now, I was talking to somebody earlier while this is playing out here for another minute. So, you know, very interesting the way this is playing out. At least Terry knows. I might not have, the failed stripper might not have supposed to say his name. But anyways, sorry about that, whoever's going to get pissed at that. Maybe not. Maybe we should be putting his name on blast here more. But anyways, he should be fighting fires, those big ragers that are poisoning people's air in New York and the United States. Wish they would just go ahead and just sentence this guy right now and like get it over with and get him on that front line. He sure can charge front lines, right? I mean, he's passed the test. Shit, maybe we can get him a job cleaning shitters on a spacebar ship and send him off to Planet X, dude. Drop him off like a microbe to inspect and sniff around, since he, you know, maybe you can be a parlay like Joker. Like if an Anunnaki jumps out, he's like, I'm just here to strip for you. I got a message, right? But that's what this guy should be doing. He should be like, you know, like doing stripograms or whatever, like showing up to people's houses, you know, in a banana hammock to deliver flowers for like your wife's birthday, and she's like, ew, this guy's gross, get him out of here, right? He is like, you know, and I'm sorry, one step away from being like a trans. Here we go. That's the worst to do to your buddies during their birthdays. Hey, we got a stripper coming over, and it's not what you think type show. Yeah, that's what this guy is.
Get the fuck away from me! Come here. I'll do it right in front of him.
Trying to run some sound, see if we can get some better audio out of it.
Here's Brian. Here, ready. Brian? Yeah, I'm Brian. Fuck away from me. Fuck Harry. Harry. What part does he understand that you destroyed my life? What will he understand about that? I understand that.
I think that failed stripper there, he sure likes the stage. He's sure doing some Shakespeare there to the neighbors. Please believe my story.
Every single thing. Right now, I just got here. I've never met you guys before. I'm trying to figure it out. I can do that. We can do that. Thank you.
I think what he's... It sounds like he's trying to recruit the neighbor a floor down and a couple over to be on his side, and he's gonna yell at that. Yeah, see? And they're sick of his shit too. Wow. I Okay, so this is gonna sound mean, and I'm not trying to be mean or sound mean or anything, but I think what you need, okay, I'm always about solutions. And we might be getting some audio through. Let's. He starts yelling at that neighbor again. His own neighbor in his own building he tried to recruit. Seems like. We're not getting the audio very well, and I don't want to blast anybody just in case shit does get loud. So we need music. But here we go. See, he's on the move on the other side. Okay, I really got some levels boosted, the volume levels, so. Yeah, I'm not getting much from it. Oh, yeah, as soon as the second unit pulls up, that's when that's when the video ends. So I'm going to actually, video ends, yeah, real quick here. And we're going to keep it right there. Okay, so, you know, solutions, because sometimes as bad as the situation is, I know it's a serious situation there, sometimes you got to add some comedy. So I think for Mr. WT, okay, I think he needs a couple more of those pink and orange umbrellas and start a brewery or maybe a winery and do your own wine. And you could even do non-alcoholic somehow, just grape juice, right? For, you know, for the littles. And so, you know what I'm saying? But you could, I mean, you got a perfect stage. It's got a great elevation. You got a great view. And if it's going to continue on, I would say start selling tickets. You already got the barbecue. You got the oversized hot tub. More pink umbrellas with the orange. I like it. And a little more lighting to make it inviting. And let's see, you know, maybe he will run through that fence like a freaking bull, you know, that just got out. And it's that big festival in Mexico where the bull runs through the streets and shit, right? They got to try to catch it, or I don't know if they got to try to catch it. I think they just got to try to stay out of its way. I think that's what I'm getting out of this. All right, you know, I know it was bad joke, haha. That's why I'm around. Sorry. And no, seriously, it's a serious situation there. And that's my way to try to bring awareness to it. And that's the only solution I got right now until the courts can take over. This isn't the first court case coming up. And already going through other court cases being finalized in the process. I mean, this is some crazy stuff. The way the internet's been weaponized, and that's what I've been wanting to watch for a long time, is how the internet's been weaponized and to you know, create the court cases, to make precedent, to eventually, you know, make the law, and then you got to find people breaking that law to be able to fund that law to be able to keep the whole shit show going, in my opinion. Okay. But anyways, we got another actor coming up here in a second. Wow, heated on the Skreetz, guys. Thanks for joining in. Holy crap. Heated up squid handler wannabe sold the bone from down the road to, if you keep going, you're going to get lots of followers. We'll get you 10,000 real quick, and you can monetize and make money, and we'll keep sending you money, and you'll be able to recover in your life because you're the one being a weirdo in the freaking lounge. Come on, dude. Recording women? Come on, man. What that guy did, I believe the story. There you go. No, it ended up being like the vacuum cleaner band, though.
I will urge Congress to ensure that anyone caught trafficking children across our border receives the death penalty immediately, and that includes also for women, because women, as you know, are number one in trafficking. Children are actually number two.
Holy crap.
Oh.
Oh, look at that. Oh, who's that? Okay. That guy doesn't like Trump. I wonder if it's because of this clip right here. I mean, I'm just wondering if this is why Meth Word doesn't like Trump. Is that maybe why right here?
I will urge Congress to ensure that anyone caught trafficking children across our border receives the death penalty immediately, and that includes also for women, because women, as you know, are number one in trafficking. Children are actually number two.
Holy crap.
Oh, okay.
Oh, righty. What's example how the meth builds up. Cult leader. Oh, did that get mixed up? Builds up a cult leader featuring Predward. Oh, yeah. He's gonna be Mr. Cult Leader here and tell his crew what they need to do. Just like when he dropped the link to have his crew troll me one day when I was live. Made him look stupid. All like 10 of them or whatever it was. Just like the frauditor trolls. They say they bring it. They come through one time. They say you're destroyed, and that's it. What, one video? So I'll just end up dragging you for a while. But what is that? They trying to get free promotion like that? I mean, I don't know. Call you a frauditor? I don't know. You might piss off some old veterans, artists in the background and shit that want to go to work on some people, because you know what? It's the season and it's the right thing to do. Go to work on puke bags like this.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay.
How many? He's streaming right now? How many people he got over there? Oh. Everyone put a Edward W in the chat.
Edward L. Oh, right on. We just got a notification that we're entering into a breaking the sound barrier here or something. Oh, shit.
Oh, okay. How many? He's streaming right now? How many people he got over there? Oh. Everyone put a Edward W in the chat.
Anyway, I was laughing. I was thinking, this is kind of awkward because what if I have him blocked? Because you know how I block.
Oh,
everybody.
yeah. Oh, okay, yeah. Then you wouldn't see the link, right?
Yeah. So I went on the song. I was like, well, now this is awkward.
You're like, yeah, I don't see the link. And I realized I wasn't even a mod. Like, when I type in here, it goes to my main channel, and like, on this channel, it wasn't a mod, so I've been dropping the link like all night for the last 2 hours, and apparently nobody's seen it because I just now made that channel I type in a mod, so now I can drop the link. But yeah, it's crazy. But yeah, I didn't know if I was banned. I know I've been banned, I'm sure, on your shit before, You've probably been banned on my shit before, but let's leave it here. How you doing?
Yeah, I'm doing okay. I feel pretty good. How are you?
I've been doing pretty good, Just living the dream. We got our own drama over here. I'm sure, I don't know if you watch or not, but
I do. I lurk. I've been lurking around. I've gotten to know some of these people. I saw Telly over on Clovis's and over on here. Anyway, yeah, and I forget. Okay, yeah, so I've seen him around.
Oh, it's always convenient where she forgets about the details because she's not supposed to be watching. She says she doesn't watch, but she's seeing it happen over here. And I don't even have my, I don't even have what we need here to have to be going on. Oh, yeah, Telly's, she's watching Telly. They got Telly's back.
yeah, Telly's cool.
Yeah, Telly's
What's
cool.
that?
I said, yeah, Telly's cool. I like Telly.
Right on,
I like
right
Telly
on,
too.
Fredward. Give Telly a shout out.
And yeah, I lurk though, but yeah, I'm not getting into the drama part. So, but I was like, oh my God, when I heard everything, I was like, what, you've been through quite the ordeal.
Yeah, I have.
Yeah, it's an ordeal, all right.
It's ridiculous. And so I'm sure you've seen Victorious Bastard, right? Oh, I reached out to his ex-wife, you know, and then he's earlier today. Oh yeah, that's another channel you check out.
Oh man, they gotta bring up Cox and then Vic, and then deflect away from the jailhouse calls. That's why this lady here on the right is showing up as far as part of the old crew. Okay, hypothetically, right? I wonder if I got this is a fake, this is all acting or something like that banner I should turn on for them to stream a ticker. Anyways.
All he does is talk shit about me. And says that he reached out to my family and shit, which he never did. And,
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
It is, yeah, that's what I've been looking into, like, cause you know, you're not alone.
Right.
You know, you know, it's happening. It happens everywhere for all kinds of reasons. And that's what I've been delving into. And wow. And it's crazy between the technology and the human aspect. It's taken on, and the sad thing is our kids are subject to it. It's happening to kids.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, and that's terrible.
It's interesting how you know, some people's children have been put out there as far as a deflection tactic to I don't know. There's some weird shit people do, and that's the last thing I think that should happen. Is with all the sick shit that's going on, is actually having the littles. If you say the children's, well, that's why PDF said that the children's, right? Rodent, you gotta help us out. It's for the children's, right? You can't say the actual C word because it triggers the algorithms, right? So you either say littles or children's, right? The way freaking PDF says it. I don't get through the algorithms. They've been prepped for that. Just saying.
And this community is supposed to.
I was talking about PDF there because that's one of Preddy's buddies here. It's interesting how, and what we're going to get into, so the accusations against the guy on the left, we call him Predward. Well, see, that's just me and the dog, right? I don't work with anybody. But anyways, the lady on the right, well, the guy on the left, he's been accused of some pretty serious allegations. Just got out of jail, and his 60 freaking phone calls from his internet crew, because he's kind of like a cult leader, right? 60 calls in like what, 18 days or something. He's supposed to serve 30. Anyway, since they want to be up my butt about things that I've done in my life, I'm keeping track of these guys about what they do, especially tacos. There was actually, and I can't prove this, so this is all hypothetical the way it came out, but the information, when it does come out, I can discern, a lot of it, whether, it's bullshit or not. So this information that came out on tacos, whether it can really be proven or not, but there was something with an accusation of tacos doing or being involved with a human trafficking ring, actually. But it could have been just bullshit, because that's what people do. But to carry it on, I'm not protecting anybody. Right, but just when I find evidence like that or hear something, right, I'm just like, okay, this is, what was said. We don't know if it's true. I'm not trying to attack tacos. I told all these guys, you made the news. It's the way I do to the news. Tune out if you don't like listening to social media drama news. Mixed with a lot of bigger shit. I mean, I think there is always something bigger and more than you realize than what's being presented to you, especially on the internet. It's called cybernetics, and it's there to, well, create some shit. Let's hear some shit.
Be all about, saving children and getting, predators locked up and, protecting people's kids. And it just, it's so far away from that now that, I mean, this community's never.
Was that the goal there, Predietti? Was that the goal, is to make that community like that? Is that why you showed up there? Because Tacos likes to do that too. Sugar Taco on the right. She likes to show up in Patriot areas, and all of a sudden when things don't go right and things are going downhill, well, to be the victorious one for that internet clout, whatever it is, whatever narrative, muffin narrative they're freaking running here, right? But she's the one that start calling people patriots. So, and then also, she likes to peddle the frauditor, right? The auditors are frauditors, right? I wonder what they'll come up with. This busted down pocket. This isn't a first busted down pocket that I've come across. Let's put it that way. If there's been a few of them out there, all of a sudden you see shit busting down, and it's like you're almost like first response, man. It's like, okay, here's a lot of people are going to be needing ice packs, right? Bandages, maybe even sewn up from this battle. It's like a train wreck. You gotta, the train's coming too. I mean, you can see it, and that's why I jumped in front of some of this stuff with Mr. Mefford, right? But he's the one that had to make a bad move, and that's what I had to do, is wait for Mefford to make a bad move. The guy on the left here.
Recover. This is just, drama bullshit community now. But it used to be about saving kids.
Yeah.
Or trying to anyway, It's just, who's this on panel? Oh, this is a frenemy of mine, I guess you could say. We've been friends, we've been enemies. She's really cool. I like Colleen a lot.
Isn't that amazing? A frenemy. You know who else Sugar Taco was asking right after, kind of the time period I lost my mom, and people were, maybe figuring that out, my parents. And, some interesting people were trying to, let's say, love bomb you. So maybe you give up a little bit too much information because they're wondering what the hell your thing is. And that's, Sugar Taco's done that before. What's your next plan? What's your next move, right? Like, I'm going to tell you. That's like, I think that was on a James D panel. But to get personal information out of you, then all of a sudden to set you up on a bunch of shit, it's fucked up. It's messed up what these people try to do. So that's why I keep Tacos on blast. But it's interesting how she's shown up with Predward. He's got some really, and I think the investigation should be reopened. That's my opinion on the way that the things are lining up here with certain people. And I'm going to name drop it. Clovis, still working in the background, right? Weird accusations in his corner of the internet paradigm, little universe of their pocket and little community, right? It's all about the community. Right, go back right to the beginning of this podcast. Make sure you go right back to the beginning. And there's a good song there. A starter out song. Anyways, I'm shutting up.
And I'm glad she finally came up here.
I think what I needed to say is Tacos needed a play fight partner. She got me on the phone one day, and she's going to deny it, just like she's denied some other things. It's bullshit. Because she needs to put it out there to maybe have me swing back at it. And I don't mind. I told her. She got me on the phone. Seriously, she's like, will you actually be my play fight partner on the internet? I'm like, what? You don't want me as an adversary on the internet. I'm just gonna play like I never heard you say that. So she takes a couple little swipes at you just to see if you'll do it. Like a shot over the bow, and then when you shoot one over the bow, it's like, oh, victim card, like Edward here. Victim card. We fired off on some people on the internet that are really serious about their movement and community, and you should maybe take it serious. Or you might not like Trump, like Predward, and not like the death penalty for sickos trafficking women and children. Okay.
You know,
weaponizing the children.
Yeah, we do have a past. And with all that coming up though, and then that new movie coming out, that Sound of Freedom stuff and all this stuff,
I haven't seen it yet. I want to see it. But I haven't seen it yet.
Yeah, I haven't seen it. And again, I have very mixed feelings about it because, well, for a lot of reasons, but the main one being, I find a lot of people, they get lost in the drama and stuff, and like their main purpose, like in this community or whatever, you know, or on social media is for children, like the inner city kids. Like, I mean, how would you prevent kids for, you know what I mean? I don't know, like there's actual service that can be done, and I don't understand that, you know?
Right. I mean, people make this, like, consume their life, you know? It's really, it's sad that people are letting this drama bullshit consume their life more than trying to do what we all came to this community to do in the first place. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I do know what you mean. I do know what you mean, and I've lived the dream myself. But so I heard you say you're gonna start doing politics, or what's up with that?
Well, you know, kind of like I used to do, my anti-Trump agenda, you know, which maybe you might actually agree a lot about that. I mean, I'm a conservative person. I'm just not a Trumper. And I think indicted 3 times, about to be 4, you know, then maybe a 5th one from Arizona, 5 times indicted. He's still going to run for president. He still might win. What the fuck happened to this country, you know?
I don't know. Yeah, that's what I'm wondering. That's what I'm wondering too. James called me Antifa last night, and I was like, James,
oh,
you can't.
God.
Apparently, their meth word doesn't like people that are popular. Trump's just popular. Of course you're going to get indicted when you're popular. You're going to have stalkers and shit that, I mean, I'm not sticking up for Trump, but, what do we got here? Oh, man.
You can't.
I gotta look at, our timestamp here. Alright.
Can't do that. He's like, well, I kind of think you are. And I was like, what are you saying? and I have
He
to
called
laugh
you Antifa. That's funny.
repeatedly. And he asked me, are you mad? I was like, yeah. He's like, why? I said, because you called me Antifa. He goes, but you are Antifa. I'm like, no, I am not.
Right?
But
That's
the
crazy.
thing, when you can laugh about it, you know, it's like, oh my God.
Oh, yeah.
Or you're supposed to laugh about it, but it's some type of clout because you're doing a double reverse integrated cover to go in, but to play the victim card. Once things don't work out for you there, Tacos, and same thing with Fredward there. He's, you know, because of all the things that he's been through, he's looking at suing some people and keeping track of it all and some stupid shit, man. But I do have some timestamps written down that I'm going to be going through and try to just get through this junk. This crap.
I'm sure he was a little drunk, wasn't he?
Yeah, he's just
okay.
a little.
Just a little. I figured.
Yeah, a little under the liquid weather. So, hey everybody, hi. I see people saying hi. Hello. Your channel got so big, and
Well, this is my backup. My other
It's all about the channel getting big and getting your wrenches. And I'm here as tech support to do some damage control. Right, Sugar Talks? Because that's the day when, probably episode 6 dropped on the jailhouse calls. And this guy's shitting bricks. So like, help, right? His little syndicate buddies come start out of the woodwork. Help refreshing the roots, right? Oh my gosh.
I was killed by a former friend of mine. I kept on, like, she made videos for me specifically for my channel, and then she struck them when she wanted to. Are you called? Yeah. NWO, you know her?
Oh, wow.
Colleen, quit doxing me. Yes, I'm Colleen. And some people know me as Colleen.
Unfortunately, it's hard for me to call you by Sugar Taco when I've known you for so long. So
it's fine.
Yeah,
it's
it's
fine.
my bad.
Yeah.
What's up, Christy?
Oh, it's Christy. I thought it was Marie. Okay. Hi, Christy.
Yes, hi. Sorry.
guess
I had
Marie,
to
yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's my second name. In case.
Okay, so what I think we're gonna do is, oh man, here, hold on. Why isn't that? Oh, wait a minute. I think right here.
In there?
I don't see Sam.
Oh, okay. Samuel.
Samuel.
I got you.
Yeah.
So, do you watch any catches, Colleen? Like any of the catchers? Like catch?
Well, I kind of started because I didn't want to know your channel. Like I'd heard that you left and like you were doing your thing and you had like a lot of subs and stuff. And I'm just like that. I'm like, I don't want to know. I don't want to know. Don't even give me his channel because we have our ons and offs.
Right. But she watches my channel, but says she doesn't. I mean, I'll admit I watch her channel. I'm not trying to be a stalker or anything, but she's actually funny when she's get it wrong. Like Denise Mad Cow, right? It's a comedy act, in my opinion. The way it looks to me, it's just I mean, if they're chew toys and they're, let's say, funded by Big GOV or something, right? Heard me talk about it. The weaponization, certain agencies, right? It's something like that. Oh, these guys must be chew toys. See, we like our chew toys.
Right.
Yeah. So,
But somehow you acquired my channel, I'm sure. But from Aaron, right? Like watching Aaron, because Aaron was doxing me a lot.
that's how I think. That's exactly how I think I got it. But for somehow I got that one guy's channel, and I guess there's trouble. I don't know if I should mention his channel.
How am I doxing Predward? I haven't put out any addresses. I put his name out once because he wanted to play that game with me and associate me with sickos. Okay. And I'm going to fire back at you when you want to run the government narrative. Bullshit. Especially banning me when I come to lay it out to you, because this asshole out of the middle of nowhere has to meet up at Port Earth Farmer and run a narrative right before his shit was what happened there? Oh, something happened. I think we gotta go to audio. Holy crap. So you say his name, all of a sudden shit goes wiggy.
But he got channel. Like I'd heard that you left and like you were doing your thing and you had like a lot of subs and stuff, and I'm just like that. I'm like, I don't want to know. I don't want to know. Don't even give me his channel because we have our ons and offs.
Right.
Yeah. So
But somehow you acquired my channel, I'm sure. But from Aaron, right? Like watching Aaron, because Aaron was doxing me a lot.
that's how I think. That's exactly how I think I got it. But for somehow I got that one guy's channel, and I guess there's trouble. I don't know if I should mention his channel, but he got a deal with TMZ.
Oh, CC Unit.
Right.
I gotta go back there where he says he's been doxing me a lot. No, I haven't, dude. I didn't put your name out there till you put my name out there, bro. Little bitch. Run. Just like Salty Rat. You're gonna run. Heat of the streets. Just much rather run than just stand like a man.
When he caught the Chucky actor, right?
Yes.
Yep.
Yes. So I started watching him, and because I didn't know anything, like the only time I had heard of this type of happening was, that TV show.
Oh,
Where-
Chris Hansen, To Catch a Predator.
Right, yeah. So now this is coming out, rolling out, and it concerns me because I'm like, some of these people, they see things on the internet and they think it's real, and now we've got everybody calling everybody else, a predator.
Yep. Yeah, exactly.
It's happened to me on several occasions, so it's kind of concerning because I'm like, okay, so here's a community that's not quite, organized.
Hey, some of Predward's buddies called me a predator after he, like a cult leader, dropped a link. I went live one day and he sees that I go live, he goes live, drops a link, gets people in there. Here, go troll this guy. This guy's a, sicko porter, whatever, right? They come in. But he's done that. It's okay though when he does it, right? Oh, okay.
Yeah, and it seems like
And then all of a sudden it comes out he's a suspect of CP and had meth charges and ready to go to jail, and that's why I had to come out. Right before all that comes out, he's blasting me. And then his shit comes out. Isn't that amazing how the projection works like that?
I mean,
man.
It seems like, yeah, and the
then the
catchers
Jailhouse
don't really
records
work
come out.
alongside each other. There's
Now he's
collabs sometimes, but a lot of the catchers hate each other. And it seems like every jurisdiction has somebody. Like there's one, you know,
like you.
There's one everywhere. They
Right,
got several in Indiana. You know, they got Alex is down here in Texas. They got some in Oklahoma. They got some in Colorado. They're everywhere, and it seems like they just what happened to Ghost? I don't know. What happened to Ghost? It just seems like this community is kind of like a sidestep from that community. Like, I mean, most of us aren't catchers. I've been on a couple catches. I've been on 6 catches this year when I went to Orlando. It's just, I don't know. It's weird. It's these people over here used to like.
I wonder how he really felt about Ghost going away there, because they do that to kind of talk to each other. Like, that was kind of an open, like, he could have been meaning that both ways. Like, he was supposed to bring it up like that, like he already knows what happened to Ghost. Whoa. See, these guys are real nefarious in what they do, man. Really double twist bullshit on other people. Sugar Tacos started with me a long time ago, back in 2016. Just because her friend China needed to assign me to somebody. That's why all of a sudden, a few years down the road, she's like, "Hey, can I be your play fight partner?" Like, when I'm just tearing them up, right? That was through to try to, control me somehow, maybe. I don't know. It's weird, man. It's stupid. I don't need that shit. I'll just tear you up. That's what I told her. I'll just tear you up. Is that what you want me to do? Because I don't think you want to play fight with me. Why would you even say that? But then she'll deflect away from
Watching
it.
the catches, and it seems like now they don't even care about watching it, getting outright exposed or anything. They just worry about dragging whoever they want to drag that day.
I followed militias for so long, and it's the same thing. And same thing with religions. It's like what do you do? It's been since the beginning of time, right?
Yeah, it has.
Caesar himself. That's the way I look at it. Yeah.
Yeah, but they're all jelly that they don't have the equipment back then that we got now, dude.
Well, people are going to be, they're going to try to get their little bit of clout, and most of the people get a little bit of clout on the back of somebody else that already has it, and it's just the way it is, I guess.
Yeah, it is, and it's a phenomenon all in itself with just social media. So, and now with that movie rolling out, so I don't know what'll happen.
I haven't seen it. I know they said Mel Gibson was involved. Mel Gibson's involved with the organization, but wasn't really involved with the movie.
But what movie?
The movie that's just coming out. What is it called?
Sound of Freedom.
Sound of Freedom.
Okay.
That was a good movie.
Oh, did you see it?
Yeah, I bootlegged it and watched it from home.
Somebody told me about it, but okay. It's coming out in Mexico. Let me see.
Oh, is it? I thought it was just a U.S. release.
This scabby lady, we're gonna go into.
No, it's coming out here.
Dude, this lady's weird, man. She calls me
August 31st.
weird. At least I'm only like Portland weird. This scabby lady, or I think that's what they call her. I don't know, scabby, something like that. It's kind of like another Malibu, but it's like an almost made it there. Malibu's just like the failed version, like kaput. Savvy's like her position where what she's got going, man. Malibu's just like last street. I just gotta say it that way, right? And even though it might be a dude, I don't know, but yeah, this is some crazy stuff. But anyways, the savvy lady, dude, we got some more clips of what I think about what's going on there with some of these other. I mean, I'm not trying to blast women, but dude, there's some like moms out there that I'm suspect of, like, you know, they shouldn't be getting the drama with kids and stuff because they're being drug in. So some of them are being meat shielded and used, and we're gonna go over that. It's actually, Savvy kind of reminds me, and Clovis, right? They kind of remind me of YouTube moms, and we're gonna go into that more here in a minute.
Lewis Arthur, he went down, remember, he said there were rape trees, remember that?
Okay, yeah.
And all this stuff, and then Craig Sawyer went down there. Well, I'll just explain it for those who don't know. He's a militia guy with like a past, this, you know, weird past of always being in social media, Bundy Ranch, all this other stuff. So he ends up on the border, and he says he's found what he called like a rape camp or whatever, where they were bringing in kids and rape trees or something. I don't know, terms I've never heard of. And then they called Craig Sawyer in, and Craig Sawyer was like, yeah, like he was like, yeah, I'm going through the camp and all this stuff saying now that it was real or whatever. But then this transvestite came out of nowhere, and she was like, that was her homeless camp. Yeah, she proved it. She was like, she was just a real eccentric person.
I actually don't remember that going down like that, Sugar Taco, that certain situation. But I will tell you, no matter what the truth of that camp, if you know what she's talking about, going down in southern Arizona, I mean, there is such a huge trafficking problem, right? And that's kind of like my awareness, man. I feel really like I need to say something about it, right? It's messed up. And because why? I've even seen billboards that are the state billboards over the freeway here in Arizona that says human trafficking is real. If you see anything, call this number type thing, right? So it's like, it's pretty serious. But to use, let's say, showbacks like this to help cover up for the possibility of there actually being this really weird setup down by the border to where people might be getting tied up while they rest, it's not impossible. And that's what Sugar Taco and the drama and drama news, right? It's why they also got to try to cover up your names in the algorithms. My opinion right there. But I got a little more conviction about it than being just an opinion, obviously. But they're there to go, nope, that will never, ever, nobody, always, and throw those words out there that are more confusing to people than an absolute. Go, okay, wait a minute. It could be possible, and what if it still isn't possible, like for this particular camp, but it could be a setup to where it's a way to bring awareness. Still happening. Like, what did we just see with Trump a minute ago? Do I gotta replay it? Maybe people just tuned in. Seriously. So Predward, he don't like Trump, and I'm not even really a Trump fan. But dude, Edward, you don't like this guy? Oh man.
I will urge Congress to ensure that anyone caught trafficking children across our border receives the death penalty immediately, and that includes also for women, because women, as you know, are number one in trafficking. Children are actually number two.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay.
How many? He's streaming right now. How many people he got over there? Oh. Everyone put a Edward W in the chat.
Big L.
Rape trees or something, I don't know, terms I've never heard of. And then they called Craig Sawyer in, and Craig Sawyer was like, yeah, like he was like, yeah, I'm going through the camp and all this stuff saying, yeah, that it was real or whatever. But then this transvestite came out of nowhere, and she was like, that was her homeless camp. Yeah, and she proved it. She was like, she was just a real eccentric person.
Oh, so she proved them wrong. So they lied, right?
Yeah. The hair dye was because she was, transvestite, and she dyed her hair and whatever. Yeah, it was all this stuff. Yeah.
To have somebody sitting there to say that, oh yeah, it's just, we're just running a hair salon out here in the woods. And then for Sugar Taco to buy, oh, okay, yeah, it's they're all, yep, they're running a scam. And then Predward, oh yeah, yep. It was the Proud Boys that did it. J6, man, they're the first ones to go in. No sign of the feds anywhere, right? It's got everybody going in. That's the one time you do use those fantasy words. There's Sugar Taco. Everybody went into the Capitol at J6. LARPers, weirdos, Antifa, BLM. They're all going in at the same time. Just wasn't one. But at the biggest gang though is I think called FBI that went in first. Actually, it might actually be true, huh? Seen some of the court case records so far. We'll see what happens with Ray Epps. He's supposed to be arrested. We'll see what happens with that.
Well, your first was going to go along with it. So, see, there's stuff like this always seems to be Hollywood and people that are,
No,
really
I'm sure that, yeah, and I'm sure, like, I don't know what's up with that, but I mean, in Hollywood, I believe that, I mean, like child actors and stuff, like Corey Haim, Corey Feldman, like I think they were.
Right, so his first mistake there was saying he believed in Hollywood. First of all. Wow, we got
abused when they were. I believe it's a real. That shit is definitely a real thing.
That boy that from Home Alone.
Macaulay Culkin. I
Yeah.
don't think Macaulay Culkin was. Macaulay Culkin's just a weird guy. Maybe by Michael Jackson. I mean.
Oh yeah.
That's what he said.
Make sure you victim shame them there, Predward.
I think that shocked everybody.
yes, definitely. Well, Edward, I don't even know what happened with
I
you.
think we're gonna go back just a little bit there. There we go.
I don't know if is there allegations with Bill Cosby fucking with kids, or did he just like rape women that he brought back to his
My
place?
question to that there, Predward, is why? You want to get a hold of the case history and dox the children and talk about the sick shit that happened to them to groom your audience with another case like the News Now Houston case? Is that why you're interested in those cases, Predward? You want to read out the sick shit in that case and what happened to the victim to groom your audience. No wonder Sugar Taco's there. She's into the weird shit too and takes it a little too far. People say I take it a little too far. And dude, these people so much double twist reverse, especially right before his shit comes out. Mr. Pretty Eddie, right before his shit comes out, dude, he got my name in his mouth trying to use something for clout there. That is crazy. That's where we're just gonna just keep playing.
He slipped them something in their drink and they passed out like rohypnol or whatever. Kind of like the Max
I don't think
there is.
I don't think there would have been confirmation of children, but it just kind of the vibe that kind of puts out.
Oh yeah, he's definitely a rapist, I think, for sure. Which was sad because like growing up, Bill Cosby was like I think that shocked everybody.
Yes, definitely. Well, Edward, I don't even know what happened with you, and I thought the last it came out, I don't even know. I mean, about your charges or whatever, and I mean, it's something maybe talked better about privately, but then again, it's like, we don't talk privately. So
yeah, that's true. Okay, so the place where I was moving back in from an apartment, moving back into a place where my mom and brother lived, and that house was rated for child pornography, and the devices were picked up. I voluntarily gave up my phone, and
well, I knew all that, but the end came out, it was some meth charges and you did your time, right? Is that
exactly that's the end result.
Okay.
That day I was arrested for meth, and I recently pled to a 1244B. I'm not sure if you know Texas law, but that's like a pleading from a state jail felony down to a class 8 misdemeanor. I served 21 days of 30 in jail, and now I'm free and just trying to put all that bullshit behind me,
That's what I thought, because I don't know. I've seen it. I don't understand the circumstances or all that, but there's a lot of people too that have exes or whatever that used it as a weapon, calling it in, and then they, I don't know. It's so crazy. Anyways, that's my concern about this movie as well, is that a lot of things bad information gets put out there, and it is a possibility of a vigilante and or more stalkers.
Right. Yeah. And people will do anything to make anybody look bad. Like that Victorious Bastard was saying to everybody for weeks, or for about a week, that he talked to my ex-wife, and my ex-wife told
I
him.
don't know if everybody should be included in that there F word. Everybody always, nobody never. You gotta watch out for that stuff, because that's how they try to spread a false allegations, false drama lines and shit. And I've seen Sugar Taco do that before too, where she's just, I mean, it's blatant lie, but it's supposed to be funny, but she's gonna peddle it anyway to see if people will run with it. So, you know, you got more to fight later, right? That's what the way it seems like it's set up. And to have the lady that's got her camera on, right, to have her in the mix of this stuff, oh man, from what I heard, it's going on. Dude, she calls me weird. Oh, dude, I'm telling you, the correlation and the pattern between this lady and Clovis with the some of the just weird, you know, especially, and I know you don't want to get into the children, you know, talking about the children's, right? But you sometimes have to. There's a reason why they don't want you talking about the children, but when they're put out on Front Street as the meat shield, hey, you're attacking my children, to get you to shut up, right? When you didn't say anything like that. I've had that stuff done to me. Clovis did it to me. Okay, and I'm like, yeah, whatever, bullshit, lady, right? Don't you try to pull that on me. But anyways, we got the other pattern, the other correlation of, like, the foster parents making their kids do videos or be there for backup, to where, did mommy really do this? Did you see this? And make the kids go, no, mommy, you didn't do it, right? It could be another clout builder.
I terrorized her, and I was an abuser, and I beat her, and I touched my children, and, you know, all of that shit. And yesterday he admits
I think that actually came out with you guys first trying to make accusations on the other side. Coming up with videos, fake text messages saying that, you know, it's some really gnarly stuff, what they're trying to do. Fake text messages, fake WhatsApp. We've seen it before.
Another panel that he just said all that to gauge my reaction, to see what I would say.
Wow.
So he never talked to her.
Meanwhile, people are believing him, right? And I'm over here saying he's full of shit, he didn't talk to anybody, and now he finally admits, yeah, I didn't talk to her.
Well,
You know.
This asshole here tried to run a narrative against me with Port Earth Farmer. And he doesn't think people are
So
gonna
he
buy
lied
that.
about abuse.
Exactly.
Professional
Yeah.
victim,
People
like
who have trauma.
He never even talked to her then at all.
No, he never talked to her at all. He spread that shit and let it sit out there for, you know, over a week for people to sit there and consume and believe, and then just came out
And
today.
talk about it as a fact and drag you.
Exactly.
Wow. Sorry that happened to you.
Oh, it happens to everyone.
I've learned, and I thought I learned a lot from the Vegas community. In the Vegas community, one of the
There it is, to everyone. It happens to everyone. Just take it, because we're part of it. We want it to happen. That's the way I see that shit. We're going to be moving on here to the next timestamp just here in a minute.
people in the bank robber, Daryl Fontenot, his name is 10. Everyone called him 10. His name's Daryl Fontenot. He's a convicted bank robber. Told Secret Safe with You, somebody I used to be an enemy with, but now I'm friends with, who lives like 45 minutes from me, to come and burn my house down. And that community is not near as bad as this one is.
Oh, so like
he's crying about arsonists coming, maybe showing up to his house. Oh, that's a good one. Just like he's gonna use clout off of somebody else's story that he was the one accused of blowing up Port Nietzsche's by the Tooth Fairy, right? And they're no, dude, that's a clout builder. He didn't think somebody would catch that. He's just pulling shit out of his head, man. That's crazy. Wow.
We're supposedly protecting kids, and this community is worse.
Yeah. Yep.
That makes sense.
Oops, sorry.
Yeah, this community is way worse than the Vegas community ever was. And I thought the Vegas community got pretty bad for a while.
Yeah, I had somebody from that community just who was in my chat frequently, and then all of a sudden one night she accused me of like doing something to one of her kids or something. I'm like, excuse me? Yeah, I was like, what are you talking about?
Sounds like KL.
Yes, that's who it was.
Wow.
That's who it was. I was like, well, Clovis was on my panel. And yeah, can you imagine of all people, Clovis and I talk?
Right? Yeah, that sounds like KL. That's crazy.
Anyway, but that, I hold true to that. And that's one of the reasons why I quit smoking. And some of the, I don't, you wouldn't call it a relationship, but I don't know what you'd call it, a social media relationship, I guess, social media rapport, whatever.
Right.
Yeah, it's different than like a real life friend or whatever. So anyways, I've learned a lot, even from my enemies. So in the end, I hope that works out for you with what you're going through.
I mean, I don't know what to do about it, because I mean, another person in the community that he's been threatening, like, that was abused by his dad growing up, and then they ended up calling his dad and asking his dad, oh, did you abuse your son? And of course the dad's going to say no, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Ridiculous that people are stooping to that level in a community that's supposed to save children. But one of them is a convicted murderer for shooting somebody at 11 times, or not a convicted murderer. He's pled it down to manslaughter. He shot somebody 11 times outside of a car wash in Louisville, and he's talking about, oh, I killed a predator, and I reached out to the murder victim's family and said, hey, do you know this guy is saying this about you? He's the one who killed your family member. He's saying this online, and they're pretty furious. So they're going to actually come up here hopefully the next couple of days and set the record straight on their loved one.
In the next couple of days, because his ass is getting tore up from freaking those jailhouse phone calls dripping out. Oh my gosh. It's been a few days there, Predward. I haven't seen them. And that was pertaining to those fake text messages I was talking about. It was, they said they got a hold of the family of the man that was shot by somebody in the community. And they wanted their story. They're going to get them to tell their story. But just like we've seen with like Dr. Mengele, Mr. Jones accounts, some other accounts that need validity. I mean, they just need people to come on panel just for a minute and go, yeah, I'm that sock account all the time, right? And then it could be anybody behind that account from there. So it's some really slick crap that's going on here. And the thing is, Edward met up with this guy named Sam. Thinks he's pretty slick on, actually, I should cue one of those up. He thinks he's a pretty slick troll as far as some of his troll tactics. And another one that's admitted to, or said he would, like, put porn on your computer if you say his name. And it's actually a parallel, too, with the Gabe Hoffman case with the Muffin Man, Tommy Slowburgers. And I should say Thomas Slowburgers. But anyways, there's a big parallel there with that case, because there's another case started out of Florida. Can't say too much about that one, but there are like some of these cases that are popping up already in the middle, just like the Rakita Law with Monograph and some other cases. The way it's popped up, what even Sugar Taco might even be involved with. She's maybe having some proceedings set against her. So I mean, the heat of the summer is getting people, but it's like, I don't want to see anybody silenced. But yet again, man, to try to sick the mob on people first, their Predward, weaponize the mob, and then crawl back into your little hole, screaming victim, and having Sugar Taco there at the same time. Dude, this is amazing, man. These two
Murdered,
trying to-
shot 11 times by John Davis, that he later pled to manslaughter, served 8 years in prison. Now he's free to talk about how he was a child predator when he wasn't. So, and John Davis doesn't want that coming out, so he's threatening to file like a cease and desist order and a, protective order on me, even though I ain't said shit about him.
Yeah. That's
This
rough.
community is brutal, Colleen. It's getting brutal.
So
in here.
why is it so important, though, that you disprove that he shot a pred that said that, and these are his words. So, I mean, if you wanted to disprove it, but don't use propaganda to disprove it, because I think they already have with those fake text messages. Like they said they got a hold of the family of the victim that was shot. That's some deep shit, though. It's some pretty weird stuff, man. Once again, I'm not making fun of those situations, and more than likely in this case, because of the weird, all the intricacies here, the association even with Treach Renfro, where he's had, well, I wonder if I got the clip lined up on this one. Anyways, I put out the clip before where Treach has said he's never worked with the Muffin Man, but Thomas Slowburgers, never worked with that guy. But the thing is, all of a sudden he's interviewing because he just wants to know. He just wants to know what the big hype is about the guy, right? And I mean, I've put out some of the court case record that I thought was interesting on that case and some of his history, Mr. Slowburgers. Yeah, I gotta say it like that so they don't sue me. But anyways, the thing is here with Treach, it comes out later that he actually was getting information passed to him, promised money if he quits his job to make videos for Pizzagate, and that's some real stuff. So these guys are really into the children's, okay, but they're more, I think, interested in either peddling something they either have for sale, like the Tooth Fairy, okay. You might buy a pair of knitted socks or, a fluffy hat like she had on earlier. But, you know what I'm saying? They've got people out there, too. Kind of got off track here a little bit. But the likeness is savvy here, right? Some of these ladies, they got some, I mean, Denise Mad Cow has been accused of biting a cop, and I think that's real, right? Dude, that's the starting of the zombie apocalypse type shit right there. Isn't that wild? Anyways, like I said, we're going to roll through some more videos here after just a little bit. Got one more timestamp to go through. We're going to let this roll for another minute. Let's see what's going on here with these guys. What are they really up to, huh?
That he later pled to manslaughter, served 8 years in prison. Now he's free to talk about how he was a child predator when he wasn't. So, and John Davis doesn't want that coming out, so he's threatening to file like a cease and desist order and a, protective order on me, even though I ain't said shit about him.
Yeah.
This community is brutal, Colleen. It's getting brutal.
You guys see, and I keep on pausing right at this one spot. But these guys are the ones that would do fake text messages, fake WhatsApp, bring on a crisis actor, just like one who went full gay, Dr. Mengele, Mr. Jones. They bring on a crisis actor just for that one time to give it credibility to destroy somebody, even though it's propaganda. And that's the thing that I'm interested in, is because we do have something like the Smith-Mundt Patriot Act, NDAA. Right around 9/11, all that stuff started coming out, right? More censorship laws, so forth, so you can't talk about 9/11. But it's kind of getting turned on them. That's the thing. I think things are getting turned on. Just got to keep proclaiming and don't let them shut you down. But, I mean, to use some of these guys to stifle even your right to assemble on the ground, that's what's going on here. Like I said, you've got the YouTube bomb footage coming up reminds me of Sabby. That Sabby.
Yeah.
See, I dealt with the militia people, and it's like, so I totally get it because.
Oh yeah, I could tell. I mean, I don't know much about you and the militia people, but I could.
Savvy, see right there. It's almost like it is a crisis actor for hire to go into the militia movement, the patriot movement. There's a reason why they call it the militia now, because of the escalation of what January 6th did, J6. So that's why they're not calling it the patriot movement because they want it to be dead, and it's already, too late, right? It's past time for them to be calling the patriot movement the Patriots. See, it's already been used up. That's why they're not saying, oh, the damn Patriots, right? Because they freaking infiltrated. Just like Savvy, she's got that look on her face where, like, she's covering up for, like, something. In my opinion, it's the way I see it, and I'm going to play you some clips that you might see through it, too. And I think there's more out there to be looking for on this scale and magnitude. And I'm not saying about these people here. They might have something as serious as what we're going to show you at the YouTube bomb here in a minute. But
See where the militia people would. I mean, yeah, because they go after anybody who's, not believing in the Trump, as Mike Truth would say,
Yeah, and that took a real weird thing. And yeah, he was saying how he was good. He had this big, huge knife, and he was going to put it in me, and it had like this hook thing on it. And he was like, and when I pull it out, it's going to pull out.
Wow.
What? Yeah, that took a real weird turn, though. That turned out, believe it or not, I think he was maybe possibly, I don't know, because someone. Okay, yeah. So he made the video and said that. Here's my knife, and he was all like, and with his accent and all this shit. And I was like, so I was trolling him. Well, I told somebody, and then her and I fell out. Okay, B.
Oh yeah, I got you.
Okay, and I had told her, check it out, I've been trolling this guy, no. So she goes and tells him. He comes to me.
Of course. Wow.
He comes to me laughing, okay? I was like, wow, that's a trip. And he was like, you're right, sister. Something like that. And then I laughed at him. I said, Saad, be careful with that fruit knife, okay?
Well, I'll tell you, B's made some real ominous videos too, like with her poison vats and all that. You know what I mean? So it's kind of. Like I can see where she'd be like, "Oh yeah, here you go. Let me fix this bitch."
I know. Yeah, I'm like. So, but yeah, if he's done that, and then, but the whole vigilante thing really gets. It not only makes them, because first of all, they have to be functioning enough. First thing you look for is location. Like, are they my neighbor? Where they had to travel states? But some of these people, like, they just decide to go off on somebody local. Usually, they become unstable, and then they take that and they lash out at somebody else. And because we've had those in the community, the community that I'm in, or started in. Yeah, with Justin Woolley, he killed his mom, and then the kid, or the guy at the storage thing. So anyways, these people were all, and it was all related to their YouTube content. When you look at Benghazi, it was blamed on what? A YouTube video.
Yeah.
So